to see an artwork and understand it is, you know, a really good experience for people to have, and a lot of time people don't understand it. And I think my work is very visual. Prera's pattern piece, the white piece, is quite clear visually what it's about, because of the pure scale and the process of installing it, particularly on your own. You know, the method of putting it together, it is reflecting on that. It's the United Reformed Church, yeah, and this is where I was working for a year during my MA. It's all it's on the balcony. There are about 60 bags, black bin liner bags full of white clothes that have been packed up from the work that was carried out here in February. The work was stacked up to about a metre. Perfect. Although it doesn't really matter, because when they're stacked, I can't really see. But yeah, I did my degree. I completed that in the summer of 2004. During the BA, my work was still very process-based, but not in terms of site-specific work. It was still dealing with clothes and labels, but it was more object-based. I think the MA totally changed my practice. It was very successful in that it gave it more focus. I worked at this site for a year, and each week I came here for one day a week, and it sort of became my studio. I left my materials here and came each week and did more work. And each week I came, I applied a process. There were 7 processed events altogether. That formed the structure of my whole work, and it sort of, you know, gave me research to go back to and develop more, and that's where this circle as object came from, which is being developed now. Counted them out so that I've got the right amount going on each stack.
So the VMA, in a way, for you was a really important
turning point. Definitely.
Yeah.
Because before then my work was okay. I'd had a piece of work called Robe in the Nottingham Open, and that had won the sculpture prize.
Yeah.
And I'd had another piece, similar piece, which had won a prize, but it was sort of, it didn't really have this body of work behind it that you could sit and say, right, this is what my work's about. No, the other ones aren't coming until tomorrow. They're still in Leicester at the moment. They'll be collected tomorrow. I'm pretty sure we'll get what we've got on. Yeah,
looks like it, easily.
Yeah. Looking good. I'm just hoping that the sleeves are going to support the weight, really, because that's the weak point where the sleeves are connected. I've not had it up to this height before, so hopefully it'll be okay.
Any of the girls coming back tomorrow?
They've got a busy morning, but hopefully dinner time, maybe afternoon.
That'd be good.
Depends how their time goes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, fantastic having the help, really. Chuffed.
It looks great from the top when you have to look down.
A few people have been down and said, oh, good.
So we've got the same amount of fabric coming tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Since the MA, I've obviously been applying for lots of open exhibitions and commissions. I've had a lot of disappointments, but I've had a few successes. And this is probably one of my largest pieces that I'm going to be doing at the Bonington. Yeah, and like I say, I have had a few disappointments, and I think you have to keep constantly going back to your application forms and thinking, well, how can I make it better? You always think you've done the best you can.
Yeah.
I think you can. And I think that's just something that I need to look at again, really, how to, present an application form. But I think probably one of the main things, I don't know if it's a skill or that I've learned, but it's to be totally flexible and adaptable, because curators or people who want to show your work don't necessarily want to show it in the way that you do. And I think you've got to be, if you want to go forward with that work, you've got to be flexible and adapt it to suit them. We're going to Ragtex in Leicester to get the clothes rebaled into 50 kilo bales, about 1 tonne. So there'll be about, I think there'll be about 20 bales, 50 kilo bales altogether.
And then we're going back to yours to drop them off.
Yes, and then we're going back to mine to drop them off, put them in the garage. One of my ideas was to get the installation prayers pattern, start it downstairs, build it right up to the ceiling, and then bring it through here because of the nature of this building. So it becomes part of the architecture of the building, like a tower within this space. That's sort of one of my ambitions, but it would need scaffolding and towers building.